Yo, what up? It's AaroniMoses, and this video is about my advice for teenagers. My advice specifically for teenagers that are living right now in 2016. Everybody that is 13 to maybe 18, 19. I mean, technically you're a teenager, but I don't mean grown ass men, 18, 19 year olds. But I mean, if you can benefit from this as any age, that's awesome. But specifically, this is for people that are about to be 13 in less than 8 months, and people that are 18, whatever, teenagers. So first, my first piece of advice is expose yourself to new things. Exposure eliminates social illnesses. You want to be that guy, you want to be the cool kid. You know what cool people do? Cool people do cool things. Nobody just wakes up. Some people are just naturally charismatic and shit like that. But the people who are not genetically predisposed to being cool motherfuckers, they have either gone through some really amazing, awesome, cool things, or have done really interesting things, or have had horrible lives, and they're just trying to hide all the horrible shit with cool shit right now. Look at that son, he's so cute. Oh, see, every time he gets on camera, he starts frowning. He just likes to hear my voice, just like me. Next, my piece of advice is to learn adults. Learn why adults do the things that they do. Learn about their daily lives. Learn about their morning routines. Just adult shit, coffee, shit like that. Like when I was a kid, I literally didn't know why adults drank coffee. I knew the effects of coffee, but I didn't know. I'm like, you're a teenager, you have hella energy. You're like, dude, I can stay up for like 3 days. I only need like 4 hours of sleep. Why do you need coffee? And you see that when adults don't go to work, they don't drink coffee all the time. Not as much. But that was just always my thing. Like, why don't you just get more sleep? Why don't you just do things that give you energy? Why don't you just have energy? You know? But I was just a kid, so whatever. Next, study psychology. I think that's very important. I think schools should have psychology classes, public school, but this is not my world yet. Next, meditate. Meditating helps you to do everything. It makes you better in every way, literally. But it helps you to master your mind and to manipulate certain situations in your favor. Good manipulation, not finesse, but manipulate in a positive, happy way. And if you can learn that right now, you're gonna be a badass adult. Next, eat healthy, bro. That's my advice to everybody. Like, what are you, fucking stupid? Eat healthy. You can only produce good things with other good things. You eat a bag of Cheetos, or you go trick-or-treating on Halloween, and you take a shit, look at it, and see what you created. Eat healthy. Next, don't smoke, don't do drugs, don't drink. That's my biggest regrets in life. Like top 3. Maybe my biggest regret in life. Besides not being exposed to things, not exposing myself, not reading the proper stuff and listening to all the dumb music I listen to. But drinking, drugging, smoking, you can do all that shit when you're... I personally think that nobody under the age of 37 should be drinking and smoking. When you're 37, you're about to be 40. Like, people die from old age from being 40 because they had such a shitty life, and I'm not lying. People have strokes and heart attacks honestly, when I was younger, when I was like 20, I'm thinking people really didn't. Okay, not 20. We'll say like 12, which is a big fucking difference. I didn't think that it was normal for people under the age of 60 to be having heart attacks. And people my age are having, anybody can have a heart attack at any time. But just from having a shitty, unhealthy life, you should not be having heart attacks when you're under 35. So, if you can just die from having a stressful life because of how old you are, over the age of 40, do drugs. Smoke cigarettes. Do drugs. If you take care of your body properly, healthily for 40 years, doing a little bit of acid and smoking a little bit of weed and doing some coke should not kill you that quickly. If you do drugs when you're a teenager to when you're 35, you will die quick. Promise you. Well, I mean, there's old ass fucking cokeheads, I know, but they don't live happily and healthily. They wake up and they don't have energy and they're all aggressive and, you know, shit is bad. So next, learn about what you want to do with your life. You think it's a joke. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. If people knew what the fuck they wanted to do and they had the proper support and they knew about the world, that's what exposing yourself is for also. Because when you expose yourself to different cultures and their opportunities, you learn, hey, look, this person is really doing this shit. You go to the opera, these people are just like you. They were at some point. Rappers, fucking, I didn't even know art therapy was a thing. People go to therapy and they draw pictures and their fucking mental illnesses are fixed. They're not depressed anymore because somebody's telling them to draw a picture or to buy a drum and bang on that drum for 30 minutes a day. That's really a job. Bro, I was so excited when I found out about it. Of course, I didn't pursue it because whatever. But learn about things like that. Expose yourself, learn what you want to do. Hang around adults. I always tell everybody to get a mentor, an old head, if you will, somebody who's older than them that can teach them cool stuff about the 80s and the 90s. You like when I yell? Well, shut the fuck up. God, 4-month-olds. Next, yeah, so hang around adults. I mean, I'm not saying to be super mature, you gotta be an adult right now, but at least hang around them and that'll help you study them. Next, this is gonna sound weird because this video is for children, teenagers, but one thing that I really miss about being a teenager is I was able to masturbate whenever the fuck I wanted to, and now I can't do that. I have a job, I gotta make music, I need my sexual fluids to build up so I can have certain motivations and a certain amount of energy and a certain amount of mental focus. I have a child. If I jack off right now, he's gonna die because he's gonna get hungry real soon. He's gonna be crying and it's gonna mess up my brain because I can't masturbate and hear crying. It's just not a good thing. But especially because you're not gonna be so sexually charged as an adult. You're gonna be less thinking about sex less, maybe. But yeah, masturbation lowers rape, and there's a lot more teenagers raping people right now. And masturbation, prostitution, and porn lowers the rate of rapes. Fun fact of the day. So jack off or you're gonna be a rapist when you grow up. Or, if you don't jack off, you'll be a rapist right now. You choose. So watch a lot of weird porn, masturbate, so you won't rape somebody that I love one day. Okay? Deal? Deal. Alright. So next, don't have kids. Don't be a teen mom. Don't be a teen dad. Enjoy all the rest of this shit I just told you. You can't meditate. I only can meditate because I'm a boss. Okay? I'm a boss. I get to take care of my son. I get to meditate. I don't masturbate much. I should. But all these things will go away. If you have a kid, you think I just want to have a kid so somebody can love me. Somebody can love me unconditionally that nobody can take away. You know what happens to people? People die. People change their mind about other people. Your kid is going to hate you one day. If you have a kid just so somebody can love you unconditionally, you're setting your child up to fucking hate you. Because you're going to smother them with love. They're going to be needy. They're going to have mommy issues, daddy issues, and they're going to hate you. So don't be a teen parent. This is it's so dark. But whatever. You got to hear this. Next, don't watch TV. TV makes you homosexual, which is bad. Kill all fags. I'm just kidding. That's definitely not how I think. That was just a joke. But watching TV's the devil, okay? TV is the devil. Don't watch TV. It's so bad for you. It's so many studies. It desensitizes you to violence. It's just nothing really good that can come from watching TV. Think about what you're doing. If you're watching TV, especially reality TV or some dramatic shit, that's just like going to Walmart and watching people make money. Wouldn't you rather just be making the money yourself instead of watching people do it? If you're gonna watch TV, if you're gonna own a television and use it, your parents' television, you should watch movies. Because at least you can pick what movies you're watching. But as far as you watching TV programs, not good. So next, there's so many things. Maybe you should do that research on your own. Another tip, do research, start studying. But yeah, just don't watch TV. It's really bad. Learn history. History is really important. Learn it. Learn a new language. Learning new languages makes you smarter because when you learn new languages, you're constantly thinking in two languages. So when you see a table, you say English. Mentally, you identify it subconsciously. Table. Y mesa. I think that's table in Spanish. But you're constantly doing that like a fucking Dora Explorer episode. But it makes you smarter. There's so many different benefits to learning new languages. Not Klingon. But yeah, if you know what Klingon is, it's from Star Trek. Next, I would say indulge in the 90s culture. Because I was born in 1991, I think the 90s is so amazing. I kind of wish that I was 10 years older because then I would have actually been a part of the 90s. I would have been a teenager in the 90s. But I like being 25, so I'm good with that. But definitely indulge in it. You can learn about why people my age are how they are. You can learn different lessons. I mean, it's just like learning history because technically the 90s are history to you. But yeah, and then two more. Learn what it means to be a man or a woman to you. Learn that it is subjective, but learn what it means to you to be a man or what it means to be a woman to you. I think I skipped 2. Learn evolutionary psychology. Learn evolutionary sociology. And just be a kid. Just be a fucking kid. Just relax. Sit back. I know I gave you all these things to do. All these pieces of advice. But being an adult is cool. I can buy my own cigarettes. I can go to the movies and shit without showing ID. But being a kid is really cool. It wasn't that cool for me because I didn't have any friends and I was always depressed. But I'm sure being a kid for other people without those things is amazing. So just be a kid, relax, be childish while you can. Fucking teenagers are so goddamn goofy and giggly all the time. Just enjoy that shit, bro. Like, being an adult is kind of cool, but when you're a kid and you get older, it feels like you're living longer. Well, that's what it felt for me. When I was young, when I was younger, I'm still young. When I was younger, when I was 13, every time I got older, it felt like my life was just gonna get longer and longer and longer. And now I'm just realizing I'm dying. So being a kid keeps you alive. You get to master the art of balancing. You get to master the art of balancing childhood and adulthood. Right now, as an adult, you have to do that. But you don't really have time to master being a child and an adult when you're an adult, because you have to be an adult. So if you don't know these things by the time you're around this age, and you haven't balanced child with grown up, you're gonna be fucked up, and you're gonna get old, you're gonna smoke crack, and you're gonna die, just like Mr. Rogers. You don't know who that is either. I don't even know why I keep making these 90s references. But anyways, Google Mr. Rogers. He was that nigga. R.I.P. to Mr. Rogers. Shout out to his son for trying to keep the train moving. You don't get that either. Oh shit, that's not even that funny. But anyway, my advice for teenagers is AaroniMoses. Peace.